Welcome back to my garden. Today what I'm doing is I am taking advantage of Mother Nature. You can tell it's a little overcast and we are expecting rain tonight and then not tomorrow, or maybe tomorrow, and then over the weekend as well.
Good morning, everyone. I think Shane's got either internet or he's having an issue with StreamYard because he got booted out or something last night. And I literally just got up maybe 10 minutes ago, so. Good morning, Emily. Good morning, Elliot. Good morning, Fat Ninja. Krubby. How's everybody doing this morning? Oh, that's Steven. Trying to get rid of this pop-up weather thing. Good morning, Backlash. How's it going? I'm doing alright. Like I said, I just got up, so. And this pop-up will not go away. So I gotta look at my phone to see chat right now. Long story, Backlash. I don't know why this stupid thing has to pop up all the time. Backlash. I don't remember which day you said, or is it today? Well, happy birthday, Backlash. until I get rid of this pop-up, I cannot drop my link or nothing. No, I guess you're gonna have to come in on my phone to do it, so. How's it going, Doc? Actually, hang on. Might be able to do it this way. We'll try it that way and see if it works, because until this pop-up drops down, I have no control over what's going on in chat right now. Yeah, I did drop the link from my phone because I have this like news app thing that pops up and there's no like close spot on it. And I don't even know how to remove it, so it's not like responding or anything, so. I wanted to see if I got it from StreamYard on my phone and chat if the link would work. If not, I'll have to fully come in on my phone. Give me a minute, because that's what I'm going to do, so I can restart this thing, and then I can come back in on StreamYard. I hate doing it from my phone, but it only takes a few minutes for my laptop to restart. I'm going to mute myself for a minute so I can come in on my phone, but it's going to be loud if I don't. Hang on.
Good morning, Tasha. Hang on.
Hang on, I kicked myself.
Okay, hang on. I got to do my audio. It's not right. Hold on. Oh, sorry. Hang on.
You're fine. It's me.
I got my settings off from last night, and I don't know if they're right. I kind of turned down the audio a little bit. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, except you're echoing.
I closed that out. Okay. Huh. Hang on. Let me go back, close this browser out, and come back.
Of course, I'm not sure if it's my side because I couldn't even get the StreamYard to end on my computer side. How's it going, Squirrel? I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure that he's still having trouble with his internet. Last night it took him forever to be able to get into StreamYard. Um, so I don't know if that's still the problem. I mean, I'm assuming so, or he would have been here because he did have it scheduled. And I didn't see anything on his community page, so.
Okay, it's just me now. No. How does it sound now?
Oh, I can hear you fine now.
Okay.
But your mic was echoing, but I don't know, like I said, because I was in the stream at two spots, and with that pop-up, it wouldn't let me even kick myself out of the stream, so I just had to, like, do a quick reset on the laptop.
Got you. I couldn't figure out why I was echoing because I had the browser closed. I mean, it was open, of course, because I forgot like a dummy. And then I closed it and it was still echoing. I thought, that's weird. But,
Well, have a good day at work, Squirrel.
let me get over the comment. I turned the audio down last night and did some testing. But anyway, hello, everyone. How you doing, Tasha?
I'm doing all right. I literally got up at 9:50.
I got up at, 10 after 9, I think, something like that.
Oh, and of course I paying for sleeping that long.
Mm-hmm. I may have to do an audio test after I get off this stream. And it was actually too hot. I was watching a video last night after I got off your channel.
Yeah.
And it didn't sound right. Apparently I cranked it up too much. And when I do that, the audio gets kind of, I can't describe it. It sounds strange.
I don't know. You sounded good last night on this side.
Yeah, I noticed that. We do when we're, like streaming together, but when I go back and do testing on all my devices, I went back there last night and kind of went over the stream, after you closed it down for a minute. And I says, God, something's not right with my system. Excuse me, guys. I'm trying to wake up too. Good to be here, though. Somebody else, I was somewhere, I can't remember what channel. Somebody was doing a live, and they said they were having a Windows update or something. And I can't remember where I was at. And,
yeah, but normally if Shane's not up and there's nothing posted, then he don't have internet.
Boy, yeah, I tell you, that's one of the most frustrating things for me when I switched over to fiber optic. It was a constant up and down. I mean, I was up sometime during the day, then I'd go down about an hour later, then I'd come back up. My upload would go back down, and it got where I couldn't stream. If I did, I would be fuzzy, Yeah. Looked like crap. And I mean, this went on for months, this thing did.
Well, that's what it's been going on with Shane.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's getting ridiculous with how much is going out, and they're just out there.
Mm-hmm. Good to see you all in the side chat. I may not call you all by name like Tasha, because some of you I kind of forget, but I'll call you channel out. Good morning, Adventures with Jamie. Good to see you.
Good morning, Beverly. Well, Adventures with Jamie is my girlfriend, so her name is Jamie. And Backlash, I just call Backlash. Okay. Anyways.
Now, who do you call Jean?
No, Adventures with Jamie. Her first name is Jamie.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see. Okay.
All right. It might be noisy for a minute because I'm coming back in on my laptop, so give me a minute.
Okay. Old habits are hard to break, everyone. I'm so used to calling, your channel name out that it's ingrained in me from my other side of the tracks. where I'm from. I do know a few people's names on that side, and occasionally I'll say one, but very rare. Over there where I'm at, I guess because the community I'm in, Tasha, they don't want some people to know their name because of all the stuff they got. Morning, Beverly.
All right, well, give me a minute. It's gonna be loud.
Okay. Who else is in here? Of course, Mr. Nightbot's here. Let's see. Emily. Good morning, Emily.
All right, there we go.
Crubby the Beagle. Morning. Squirrel's Magnet. Good morning. Boy, I was getting sleepy last night.
Well, it's early this morning, that's why.
Mm-hmm. I feel like now I haven't had enough sleep. I may take a nap today. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Nats, how's it going?
Good morning, Bernie. I know him. Good to see you, Bernie.
Good morning, Bernie.
I done killed my cup of coffee. And I don't usually do 2 cups. I may go get another here in a minute. I got one of those pots. My daughter, a little generic, what is it, Keurig? 1 cup.
Yeah.
And I bought the adapters, little containers. You get 2 of them at Walmart for like $4. And I put my own coffee in them, mixture, and make a cup. And I actually added more water because I don't like it. Don't give me enough coffee. I'm used to a 32-ounce cup, believe it or not, but I broke it a few months ago. I bought it at Dollar General here locally. I mean, a 32-ounce mug, biggest mug I've ever seen.
Hope you have a good birthday backlash. And of course, the stupid weather app thing is back up. There we go. It was like froze. And the stupid part is, I don't click it. And when I try to go into programs, I can't figure out which the heck one it is because it's something in the taskbar on the bottom that I didn't put. So I have no idea. I'm gonna have to look at it again because it just drives me nuts that
your whole weather little app on the right-hand corner lower screen comes up.
Yes, it pops up automatically by itself, and it was froze there.
Mine too, and it annoys me, boy. I mean, because that didn't used to be that way. I'm actually going in Task Manager under Startup, and I'm killing those, trying to kill them. Do away with it.
It's basically like a breaking news weather app that pops up, and it's got like world stuff and our side and the weather.
Yeah.
And there's no way to close it down. There's no X on it.
Yeah, I noticed that. Let me look under Task Manager Processes, Tasha, and I'm going to see if I can figure out a way to kill it for you and me too, because I'm tired of fooling with it. It gets in my way quite a bit. Let me see. Google Chrome is open in Task Manager. I've looked back here before the way to kill that thing and didn't spend any time, to figure it out.
It don't even show in Task Manager when I pull the Task Manager up. With Task Manager, all it shows is like the tabs at the top.
Yeah.
It doesn't show anything for the.
Let me see. Did you go to the Startup tab?
I'll look later.
Okay.
But yeah, I've gone into programs and stuff like that, and I can't find this stupid thing.
If I find it, I'll let you know. I'll try to work on it and figure it out, because it gets in my way sometime during a stream, and or sometimes even when I'm typing to the side chat and I can't even do anything. I go, get out of my way. But I tell you, Windows is going the route. They're trying to become Google. be honest with you. That's what.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I've read quite a few articles past few months. Oh, well, what they're doing is just crazy.
Yeah.
And I mean, if we wanted Google, we'd go to, I'd use my Android phone, or maybe a Chromebook, But Microsoft also is going to start putting, I think I mentioned it one time to you all, start putting under File Manager, File Explorer, excuse me. It's an old program that's been in Windows for years. And a lot of people don't even use that program. I do because I move things from window to window, at least the old-fashioned way. I used to back when it was not as developed. Well, they said they're going to put commercials on it and ads. And I went, what are they talking about? Why would they do that? Well, they want to be like Google.
Good morning, Chad. Good morning, Randy. How's it going?
Polar Bear Chad, nice to meet you. Missouri Outlaw, hey. I seen you trip the other day. I logged on a little bit. Missouri Outlaw Randy. Good morning, Beverly. I'll try not to hog. I'll just kind of let it float back and forth saying hello to people. So that way I can talk a little bit and you can too. So I won't overdo it, in other words.
I'm assuming it's his internet.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, ours has gone down before too, but normally not as well. I'm live every day, so it hasn't done it to me. But yeah, so I'm assuming he has no phone or anything. Because if he at least had his phone and the data side, he'd have been able to post on his community tab saying, that it's off or out or whatever. But
yeah. Okay. When you rely on internet, because even my TV's on internet, I don't. I got a few streaming services, and when it goes out,
so is ours.
If it goes out, boy, it really. I don't have nothing to do here. Now I do surf a little bit on my phone with AT&T, but it's not strong enough to do a stream at all. My signal's kind of weak here with AT&T.
Yeah, we have regular TV if the internet goes out. Like we have a bunch of channels that way, so we can watch TV. Just can't watch like Netflix or any of those unless I turn the hotspot on.
I've been thinking, Natasha, about getting me my brother bought an indoor, but I've been thinking about getting me a UHF VHF outdoor HD antenna and mounting it on a pole.
Yeah, my mom has one that's actually it's actually a CB tower that the antenna is mounted on, so it's super way up there.
My brother says he gets like 30 channels sometimes or more. I went, wow. I went one morning or last year, year before last, and I bought a cheap one at Walmart. I think I paid $20 for it. Come home, hooked it up to my Sony TV, and my TV's okay as far as I know. It's I've had no issues with it, and I couldn't. It wouldn't even bring in anything.
Yeah.
I think I got a bad one in the box. So.
Good morning, Mark. And yeah, I imagine that's probably it, Randy, because you said you're not tech savvy when it comes to the computer part of it.
I know all the settings in it. How to get through, drivers and all that.
Yeah.
The internal workings, I'm pretty good with.
I get into programs and, I know how to like defrag and stuff like that and that part of it. But as far as like anything else, no, I don't.
I'd say if anything, Windows 10, to me, made it more Well, in one way you can search and it's easier, but in one way it's layered more than other operating systems.
Yeah.
It's almost kind of confusing to somebody when they go into it, especially if they're going to go into settings and all that. What I do, I just go down to make it quick. I either type in the search bar, control panel, and also got my, in my taskbar, I got the little my PC icon. That way I can go in there and look at my hard drive, the C drive, look what USB, I may have plugged into the system. And sometimes I hook my phone in and transfer videos from my phone and pictures over to my PC with a.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Not yesterday, I think the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Like I plugged my iPhone in, but it wouldn't transfer. I think it's more so because all my photos are in Google Photos and not through the cloud.
Mm-hmm.
So when I try to transfer it, it shows only stuff in there from back in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have to go onto that and switch it over to my iCloud. So then when I transfer to the phone, they'll be there.
Good morning, Corner Clubhouse, Cobalt 66.
How you doing, Mark?
Who else is in here? Bernie's in here. Emily, of course. Who else? Of course, Nightbot's with us.
Of course.
Krabby
Takes
the
about
Beagle.
5 minutes normally to come in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see, Bernie, I have an indoor antenna. It's mounted on my window that faces the backyard. So I get like news channel, then I get I think the laugh channel, and then the Western channel. That's pretty much all I get in here.
I didn't know Missouri Randy that you were in Georgia.
He drives truck.
Yeah, I kind of thought maybe I was seeing a video the other day where he was taking a trip. I didn't know if he's in a truck or a car at that time. But good to see you all this morning. Maybe a 2-cup coffee. I don't usually do it. Hope I don't. Sometimes if I drink too much coffee, it upsets my stomach. And Thursday, I'm going to head up to my daughter's again for about a couple hours. Get out there.
No, that'd be good.
Weather for North Carolina. Temperature 81.
81 already.
It's sunny out here where I'm at, but we had rain yesterday and last night a little bit. I took my dog out after I got off your stream last night, and
Yeah.
the little mutt didn't want to come back in, so I went back out there and walked him around. He still didn't want to come in. I got a chain. I put him on that temporarily out there because I don't have a fenced-in backyard. So he put him on that for about 15 minutes, and then I went and got him, and he was okay. He come in the house. But originally he got to the door, and he just looked at me, and I pulled him. He wouldn't come through the door. He was letting me know he didn't want to come in.
That's typically how it works.
Yeah.
Like with the little old lady, I always say she takes her hiatus because she'll start walking down our driveway and go way out in the front yard, and then you have to watch her because she'll go out in the road. And I mean, we're on a dead-end dirt road, but people still fly down this road.
Mm-hmm. He's a mutt. He knows some things he don't. I'm so used to having a purebred chocolate lab that was really highly intelligent,
Yeah.
that it's it's been an adjustment with this dog. He's basically trying to destroy my Berber carpet accidentally. He'll sneak around occasionally and, pee in my carpet, and that makes me mad. I had to put pine sol in it and extract it back out. And I've got him grounded. He either comes in, I'm watching him, and then when I get to watching him, I put him in a doghouse in my master bath, a big doghouse cage. He's about 40, 50 pound mixed lab. We don't know what he's mixed with for sure, but he's got some lab ways. He'll fetch, but he's not like Apollo. He won't bring it back to me unless I give him a treat. He'll get sneaky and want to run from me after I throw a ball to him. A lot of it was too. I had surgery. Plus, I was in the hospital for something else when he was little. And the only thing I trained him with basically was sit. I didn't get him to lay down, shake, give me paw, nothing like that. I don't know what to do with him sometimes. I think about giving him away. But believe it or not, when you raise a pup like that, you get bonded to them, even if they are not the smartest bub in the room.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of hard. I want him to have a good life. I don't want nothing to happen to him if I let somebody have him. I kind of want a German Shepherd.
Yeah, I had a pure white one.
Oh, wow. I like those. I know there's a lady on YouTube got one, Wilderness something. Beautiful dog. I didn't know you had a white one.
I did when I lived in North Carolina.
Cool. Bernie saying you found yourself a very independent dog. He just wants to keep you on. Yeah. Yep. Oh, if I let him run too much in the house, now like this morning, if I let him out, bring him in, he'll come here and lay down on the floor with me while I'm streaming or reloading or anything. And but if he gets a little restless, he'll disappear, and I'll holler for him. But occasionally, I'll see that urine spot.
Yeah.
What I'd like to do is catch him doing. I think if I caught him doing, catch him doing it, and got a paper and scolded him really firm, he might quit. But I haven't been able to catch him, unfortunately. Sneaky.
Yeah, it was. My baby's 13, so it's sometimes she'll mess on the floor, but but she's only a little teeny thing, so if I'm gone too long, I can't really blame her for going, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I used to let my, I'd go for maybe 4, 5, 6 hours, and I'd let, when there was no roommates here, I'd let Apollo run, to have the run of the whole house. I never come home and seen anything. Now, I've took him out after I got back on a long trip with my brother shopping. And boy, when he got outside, he talking about a Budweiser, you know what? Boy, he'd let it flow.
Yeah. Good morning, Youper.
Morning, Youper. Squirrel's Magnet joined us. Yeah, I'd love to have me. I want at least a half English lab, but I don't know if I can handle one now. They pull you so much and pull you off your feet, especially when they're big, on a leash. And, we have a leash law here. We can't have your dog running around and find you. So
it's a long story, Youper, but to make it short is too much stuff busting Shane's butt about clowns and just trying to keep certain things out for right now. How's it going, poor dirt farmer? How you doing?
Good morning, poor dirt farmer. Yeah, I'm still trying to wake up.
I think it's from when I mailed my new pack last night because the whole joint.
I was so sleepy that a while back when I got here and watching Shane's show. I think he was, what was it? Yeah, you were streaming. I think he was having that internet trouble. I couldn't even get my head off the bench. I so couldn't wake up. I just like, ugh.
Yeah, and then I still went after you dropped on.
Mm-hmm.
I still went another like 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I know, Youper. I know. It's all good.
Yeah, it's fun to cut up on live streams, but sometimes you can take it too far. For sure. My dog's a year and a half, probably a little over a year and a half, and yeah, he's smart. I mean, in some ways, he'll look at you when you talk to him. He'll obey me. Like if he tries to play tug on a leash, I'll tell him no, and he'll quit. He comes to me typically on command. He'll sit on command, but yet in some areas, he's dumb as a rock. And I'm not used to that. My chocolate lab, I mean, that boy was up there high with intelligence.
I've had a lot of months, and I've had no problem with training them, even teaching them stuff when they got older.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people think you can't, but yeah, you can. Some dogs you can train them again, as they get older. Still, I worked with him a lot originally in the backyard, throwing tennis balls. And he would bring them back even sometimes when I didn't have a treat. And then I wound up in the hospital and got where I didn't do it much anymore.
Yeah, that makes it hard.
Mm-hmm.
Especially depending on who's taking care of it.
Yeah, my roommate actually helped me out for about 4 days there. He gave him food and took him out. Well, when I got out of the hospital, he was still a pup. I got out of the hospital. He had a bad habit of whining. You know how that shrill whine is? Oh, I hated that. He'd go, I go, quit that, hush. And I got out of the hospital after 4 days. And boy, I come in the house, as soon as I hit that front door, he started that. And I went and petted him. He just went crazy. Glad to see me.
Oh, yeah. And they say if you put your dog in the trunk and your woman or husband or whatever, who's going to be happy to see you when you open it? Sure in the hell not the person.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Wayne. How's it going?
Morning, Wayne.
Oh, yeah. Last night walking through the garage when I nailed my knee.
Mm-hmm.
The pain, I don't know if it's coming down from my hip or going up to my hip, but like the whole knee joint up my thigh into my hip is killing me right now. Wayne, I don't know. He got booted out last night and never came back, so I'm assuming one, it's either an issue with StreamYard because it took like 5-6 times to even be able to come into StreamYard.
I'm gonna mute this for you.
So I don't know if it's that or his freaking internet again. So I don't know. But I'm kind of assuming it's his internet because there's nothing on his community page. But yeah, I went over to into Hog Legs live last night after I shut it down for a while. Jeffrey came over. Good morning, Big Matt. How you doing? Youper Shane mowed the grass. He mowed the grass yesterday. I know we're still not, feeling 100%, but he did good yesterday morning.
Me sitting here talking, muted, didn't even realize it.
You weren't muted on this side.
Really? Let's see.
Yeah, I've been, well now,
Huh.
yeah, you're not.
Okay.
Good morning, Nora. How you doing?
The stock explorer's name's Nora.
Yes. Good
Good
morning,
morning, Nora.
Coastal.
Morning, Coastal. Uper,
Who,
was that
me?
RD?
I don't sleep, big man. You kidding? I mean, I actually slept a little bit sound last night, which I never reach REM sleep, so the last night I did. That's why I slept so late this morning. I don't remember what time it was that I even fell asleep.
I went to sleep fairly fast last night, which surprised me. I went and found my little rain. I got a whole bunch of them, so I'd get one, and some of them I wouldn't hear the thunder, so I'd go to another one, and finally I found one.
Sometimes, like I have, where the heck is it? I have a app that's called Better Sleep,
Mm-hmm.
and they have some in there that are free, and you can have like 4 or 5 playing or whatever. So when I try to listen to Thunderstorm, when the
Mm-hmm.
thunder clashes because it's so loud
Mm-hmm.
that it scares the heck out of me if I'm actually sleeping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I typically don't fall asleep fast either. I have trouble the past few years.
Jamie never has trouble.
Mm-hmm.
She has trouble getting Remy in under the blanket because he wants to just be a doofus. And then he lays weird. And then normally, I'll either wake up with his head on my pillow or he'll have his feet in my back.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you got planned today?
Uh, Nothing much. I need to walk the neighborhood and do my morning walk. It helps kind of, you know, get the tension away. Just get
Yeah,
out there and walk a while. I haven't been walking much lately, and I need to every morning,
yeah. Good morning,
especially
Ryan.
morning run. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I might do a little bit of work on the bench, and then tomorrow I'm gonna hopefully, if my daughter don't have plans, I'm gonna head out there. She does something for me. I'll tell you in time what she. I don't want to say it publicly. She helps me with my back problem.
Yeah,
Yeah, which is kind of weird the way I taught her something how to do something that helps me out, and she's got really good at it too.
no, that's good. See, I tried the whole like the medicinal aspect of it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it does help, but my problem is I'm like super sensitive to it, so it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't take much. And then if I do too much, it makes me sick, and then I have to go lay down.
Right.
So, and
She
it's
does.
expensive.
I tell you, if it wasn't for my daughter helping me with my back problem, boy, I wouldn't even be able to function. Sometimes I wouldn't. I wouldn't even be on here streaming. And
Yeah,
sometimes she'll come down and she'll stay, 15 minutes. And if I'm really bad with my back, I'll go out there and spend the night and let her do it. Like that evening, next morning, and
yeah,
I end up doing good for about a week. And it should last longer than that, but like I say, when COVID hit, I stopped swimming. I just sat home, and I got out of shape. My core strength went down. My muscle tone went to crap. I've suffered for it too. When you got an injury, you need to do. I do a lot of stretching, floor. What is it? Wouldn't call it. I can't even think of the word. It's early.
Yoga?
No, rehab. I do a lot of my own rehab. I do, stretching in the floor, sit-ups, crunches, things like that to build my muscle in my back.
See, I can't do any of that. If I tried doing that, I'd be hurting worse.
Yeah, I have too at times, definitely. Sometimes swimming, if I'm not used to it, like if I probably went now, and if I'm not careful and I tread water too much, it'll mess me up.
Well, swimming is actually low impact for your body.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I love it. It actually helps me when I go in the water. Believe it or not, my back pain kind of goes away.
Yep.
Takes the pressure off my disc in my back. But anyway.
Yeah, I love being in our pool. Even just standing in the water to take some of that weight off your body.
Mm-hmm. I wished I had one back here. My daughter's talked about moving in the past few years, and we were going to get a big above ground pool here. But don't look like she's going to move in. She keeps one part of her wants to. And she'll say, well, we're used to doing everything around where we live. I said, well, that's because you live there. I said, if you move here, you'll start doing different things, So she's conflicted. She wants to come here on one hand, and on the other hand,
I'm on an ice pack myself, Hubert, because I think from banging my knee is killing me right now, but it's going into my hip. So I keep changing the settings on my spinal cord stimulator, trying to get the right settings so it pings my leg a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do the ice and moist heat from time to time, too. How many we got in here this morning? Let's see. Got 8 on right now.
I'm sorry that you hurt your back, Hubert. That's why with my shoes, I made all my sneakers, even though they have laces, I made all of mine slip on because bending over sometimes I get lightheaded. So I just slip them on, or I have to have Jamie put them on. Just depends.
Yeah. I know back pain and knee pain and all that. It's bad. People don't realize how bad it is.
Well, the whole thing is everything you do, you're using your back, your chest muscles, and your stomach muscles.
Yeah.
So if you hurt any of those areas, then it's going to put pain.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like today I need an IV of coffee.
Yeah, me too. I used to, I think when I first moved here around 05, I had a big old cup, plastic, kind of like I'm trying to think, that chicken place here in the U.S.
Yeah.
Can't think of the name of it. Anyway, it was a big old giant plastic cup, and I used to fill that thing up full in the morning and sit there and drink it. Did it for 3.5 years, no problems. Never got an upset stomach. And then I wound up developing 2 bleeding ulcers a few years later. Yeah, so I kind of got very sensitive to coffee after that.
Yeah, I can only drink a little bit of coffee.
I have a coffee I get from Kroger. It's organic and it's 70% low acid, it says.
Oh, that's cool. We don't have Kroger's here. Not where I live, anyways. Grocery stores we have here is Price Chopper, Hannaford, Aldi, and Walmart. We used to have a lot of Save-A-Lots, and I loved going. We have one Save-A-Lot now in the area, But the one I used to go to in Gloversville, they'd give me the other one.
Mm-hmm.
They had their store was bigger, so it always seemed like they had, like awesome stuff in there. And the one we go to is a lot smaller. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they have nearly as much stuff as what the other one does.
Almost sounds like Walmart Foods. I go there sometime to save, but I don't like shopping at Walmart Foods. I prefer to go to Kroger. If I buy, baby carrots, for example, they'll last months. If I buy baby carrots from Walmart, they'll go bad on me. Lettuce goes
Yeah,
bad on me really quick at Walmart.
well, lettuce typically goes bad quick. It's not
Yeah.
something that's. Morning, Sunfish King. How's it going?
Yeah.
It's
Morning,
just weird
Sunfish King.
though. I think a lot of it's what they spray on it.
Yeah. Come to think of it, Kroger sprays a lot. Walmart don't. At least where I go, they're not spraying.
They do, but not as often. Like
Yeah.
Price Chopper, they spray a lot of water,
Mm-hmm.
the mist.
Right.
But even certain breads you get from the store, like Walmart bread, goes like hard quick. But then if you buy like say Sara Lee,
Mm-hmm.
um, then it stays for like a week or two, and it'll still be just as soft.
Mm-hmm. Hope you catch some big fish, Ryan.
Yeah,
Can't
that'd
beat
be
fishing.
cool.
Mm-hmm. My brother wants a boat. Me, I do love the water a lot more than he does. I've spent most of my 30s and 40s on at the pool or Lake Lanier on the beach. But the boat, you don't, some people just don't take it out that often. If I get me a camper, on the other hand, I'll be going at deer season, I can go at winter just to camp out. I can go to RV parks and, do things, park. I can travel and just do a lot more.
Well, see, like here, even if you have a winterized one, like in the town I live in, they won't allow you to live in your camper. Which to me, I don't know how they can dictate what you live in,
Mm-hmm.
especially like if you winterize it or whatever. It's not really
Mm-hmm.
any different than having a tiny house, just
Right.
that you can move that.
Mm-hmm.
Where some of them, like mine, you can't move unless I tear the upstairs off.
Mm-hmm. I live in a rural county here in Georgia, and there, believe it or not, there's a lady here, a guy a few years ago parked a huge, like 40 something foot camper in their front yard. This lady's front yard they were visiting. They stayed maybe half the summer. Well, they
Yeah,
pulled out one day. I was walking the neighborhood, and they pulled out in a vehicle, and they looked at me and they says, "You're not the one that called the county on us, are you?" And I go, "No, I don't get in people's business." I said, "Your camper don't bother me if it's in your front yard. I don't care." I said, "If you'd have probably parked it in the backyard, you probably could have got by with it. They wouldn't have said nothing." But they had it
yeah.
right there, a big old giant 40-foot camper in the front yard. And they wound up having to leave after a while. They'd sit out there at night, had a little expando on it. They'd sit out there in their chairs and watch TV inside the camper, sitting in the grass. I'd love to have that camper. Boy, that was a nice one. But I told her, I said, I don't get in other people's business. I'm not that way. Now, I mean, if you're down there, maybe shooting a gun at my house, yeah, I might say something, or something weird. But outside of
Yeah.
that, I mind my own business. Ryan says my biggest bass I've caught was 6 pounds. Oh, okay. I've seen people catch 10, 11, 12 pounders. Boy, that's nice. I seen a guy one time use a bow and arrow and a string and caught the bass near the bank.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. I was actually, I think, 11 years old when I seen that.
Have a good day, Wayne.
Take care, Wayne. Have a good one. Youper, I am 62. Other than my lower back being junk, I have good health. Yeah, that's my issue. I think I told Tasha I'm injured in T9 and 10 in my thoracic region. It's rough. God. Sometimes I can't sit long. I've definitely got a winter. Well, I'm going to go here right after Labor Day, and I'm going to join the county pool, swim in a big indoor pool. I used to love it, going down there for about an hour or two every few days. Thing is, gas is so high now, it's going to cost me a lot of money to get there.
Yeah, we have a YMCA, but still it's, like a half hour away.
I got one being built, I told you, I think 5 minutes from me here. Surprised me that something like that would come here. The county pool in Gwinnett County I go to, boy, they're huge. Big old giant dome, building.
Yeah.
Big 12-foot deep. They used to have diving boards up all the time in a section kind of reserved where you could just get in there and just not necessarily not do laps. A few years ago, last time I went, they put all lanes. So you'd have to go over and find you a lane. If you didn't have a lane, you just kind of stuck. You couldn't swim. And at least before, you had a kind of a common area where kids could jump in or you could.
Yeah.
A lot of times I'd sit on the side. If it was really kind of crowded, I'd sit on the side and just prop my arms up on the edge of the pool and sit there and wait till the kids got through, I told them, I said, why did you all do that? Why did you shut that down? I said, I used to swim better and more. But they did. They took the diving board off too, or shut it down. I mean, took
They
it
don't
off,
even
shut
have
it
the
down.
starting blocks up there.
What do you mean, stop and start to block people?
No, the starting blocks are like what they use for swim competitions. They're like this thing, square thing you stand on.
Oh yeah, they have those. Yeah, they have those. Yeah, they did have those.
Good morning, Chef. How's it going?
Yeah, they essentially turned everything in the pool into a lane. I thought they messed it up personally that way. At least before they kept, I think maybe 2 or 3 lanes free. I think it was.
Yeah.
And I'd get up there. I didn't do the diving board, but sometimes I'd dive off on the side in the 12-foot area, 11-foot area, and swim a little bit. Sometimes I get bored being in the 5 and 6-foot area, and I'd go down there. Morning, Drunken Chef.
I'm doing all right. Can't complain too much.
I hadn't been with Shane, watching Shane, great farmer that long, but it seems weird when he's not here.
Yes, it definitely does. So what I tell him all the time, I'm so because I'm so used to going live with him. So when he's not, kind of throws me off.
Yeah, it gives me something to do in the morning. I just don't want to lay there and watch TV, so I just come here and sit at the bench, for a little bit.
Yeah.
Wow. Until I wake up. I don't typically reload or do anything early in the morning. I usually do it after lunch. I may do some things. Where's my... Oh, there's my round. Couldn't figure out where my round went. Yeah, boy, I tell you, this little primer thing I bought here recently, it really does a below flush when it puts a primer in. I like it. Nice.
Yeah, it's nice when it goes quick.
Yeah, actually, I refilled my primer tube yesterday. I ran out. Put some in. I got to get a what they call inline fabrication mount for it. That way I can put it on this guy, not really young, but he's young. And he makes a lot of things, mounting systems for reloading gear.
Yeah.
Good stuff, too. I mean, you wouldn't believe how good the stuff is he makes. What it does when you put it on a bench, like mine's got 2 3/4-inch pieces of plywood, birch. Boy, I mean, my press don't move or nothing. Where a lot of people, you'll see the press flex a lot when they mount it to wood. Mine don't do it. Boy, I like it. I can't stand a press that flexes like that when I'm reloading. I got to buy a mount from him. Actually, I think it's an adapter. It's going to cost me $20, I think, for the adapter plate, and $10 to ship it to me. So I got to buy an adapter plate for the primer system, and then I need a mount for my powder hopper, and I have to get that from Reading or online at Midway, USA, or Brownells. So I still need a few little things here and there.
Now, do they mount with like a clip mount, or is it like bolting it down?
They're bolted, but everything I have is on a quick mount. I can remove it in just a matter of seconds and move it around. Sometimes I'll show you. It's really a wild, good system. I've never seen anything like it. It's like a big square mount, maybe 9 or 10 inches. And, and you mount it on your bench, and then he has what they call quick. You attach it to your press, and then you're able to just drop it in with a tongue and a couple of wing nuts, and your press is there.
Yeah,
you can take it off with just a couple
make it easier.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll change it around. I'll put the 650 on the bench. I'll put the Forster coax on the bench, and move things around. I'm going to actually take my Ultra mount, which is about 7 and something inches tall, and I'm going to just not use it anymore. I'm going to get what they call kind of like an extension. He come out with a new thing that I can use. It's kind of like an Ultra mount, which raises your press higher on your bench. Is what an Ultra mount is.
Now, do you do that all from a seated position, or are you standing?
A few things I'll do sitting, but mostly I stand.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I prefer to stand and walk back and forth, mainly because of my back injury. It's a lot easier on me. But, I'll get a camera here sometime and I'll show you a little bit more in detail, or maybe on the backside I'll show you.
Yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be cool to see how everything's set up.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe do a show and tell on a show sometime with you, if you want to. I'll get the camera out and explain how my system, how it mounts and all. I'm losing my voice. Oh.
Drink some more coffee.
Mm-hmm. I know I still got a lung X-ray. I got to go drive and do. It's about 25, 30 minutes from me. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna get some coffee. Be right back. I hate to leave you here, but
oh, you're fine.
Okay.
So what's everyone's plans for today? I had to run a bunch of stuff to the dump, and I got to see if they're in the town building, so I can go in and get my permit, which is good for the whole year, which is nice. Because the only thing you really got to get permission for is you're bringing a lot of big stuff. You got to go over and tell them that you're coming over with it. But for the most part, you can take everything there. me put some of that on the back side of my knee, please. Of course, I have a cold from the ice pack. Now, do you work from home, Mark, or? Hang on, I gotta put some biofreeze on the back of my. We'll have Jamie put it on the back of my knee because I can't. No, over my knee. Oh, all right. That's cool. Happy birthday to your wife, Chef. Yeah, today is also Backlash's birthday too. What do you think I've been doing? No. Have a great day, Youper.
Oh, hang on. Got to plug my. There we go. I can't hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't saying nothing. That's right.
Oh,
You
okay.
can hear me.
Real quiet. My dog's out there barking. He wants to come in the house and spend time with me. I don't let, most of the time I don't let him in the house during the day because of what he does in the floor. But, hope I don't get too wired on a second cup of coffee. I may not drink all of it. I'm sensitive to caffeine.
See, that's one thing that don't bother me is the caffeine part of it.
Heck, I couldn't even drink coffee back in my 30s and 40s. I'd try to drink, sometime I drink a cup in the winter on the way to work, and it would make me have nausea. Nauseous. Just not feel good. Have a good
Hopefully
one,
I'll
you.
hear something from Shane at some point today.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I get nervous when I can't get a hold of him because his cell signal goes out too sometimes if the internet's messed up.
Mm-hmm. What does he do? Use his phone on Wi-Fi calling?
I think so, because I normally talk to him on Instagram.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I remember you mentioning that. I forgot.
I like, good morning, Rich.
Good morning, Rich.
Did you catch any salmon last night, Rich?
Yeah, I was going to ask that too. Watch me lose my voice this morning.
Well, that wouldn't be a good thing.
That's one reason he wants to. Doctor listened to my lungs. He wants to. They're going to do a lung test on me, capacity test.
Yeah.
He did one, I think in 2015 on me. It only showed a slight loss, but not enough to worry about.
Yeah.
Went to him a few weeks ago. He put me on an inhaler, and I haven't even did it this morning. I didn't do it yesterday either. That may be why. I can hear my voice going now, actually.
Yeah, your voice is a little crackly, but it doesn't sound too bad.
Like I say, the only thing I can think of is ragweed, because I don't have COVID. There's no reason for me to have chest congestion or be losing my voice right now. It has to be ragweed.
That's one thing we haven't been pinged with yet is ragweed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm allergic to a lot of stuff. Food. I had a test in 1990. Extensive testing. A lot of foods I'm allergic to. Some of them mild, moderate, and some of them, heavy allergic to. And it don't bother me. And sometimes my eyes used to get a little puffy or fatigue when I would eat certain foods. And
peanuts and hazelnut have put me in anaphylaxis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I recall.
And I don't have to physically eat it or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed live almost 4.5 hours, Rich, to see if you come back in, reeling in a big salmon or something. But yeah, Jeffrey and I were still, we were still talking for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
But I just messaged Shane again to see. The one thing I don't like about Instagram is like if somebody sends you a message and even if you look at it, mm-hmm. It doesn't show that you looked at it. It'll still show that you have a message unless you respond to it. So that's the weird part with like Facebook Messenger, and you go on to the conversation, it'll at least show you that they read it, even if they don't respond.
Right. Let me text my daughter and tell her I need to get out there tomorrow.
That'd be cool, Rich. Now, do you normally just keep one, or because I know salmon are pretty big? So I'm wondering if you can eat like fresh salmon raw. I'd probably eat it if we seasoned it and dehydrated it, made like salmon jerky probably.
Okay. Texting my daughter, telling her I need to get out there. I was starting to have issues with my back. Hate
Yeah, I
talking about
thought that's what you said before.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that's what I was wondering, because I know like freshwater fish is a lot different than like ocean fish.
Morning, Julia. Julie.
Morning, Julie. How's it going? I think I'm gonna try texting Shane too. But I have to. Shane doesn't always answer a lot of times.
That's the way my brother does. He'll text me quite a bit. And when I don't like texting a lot, especially conversations, it gets misinterpreted, lost in translation.
Oh, you can eat freshwater salmon raw, chef?
Ooh, I never did that.
Yeah, I know they serve it at the sushi bars. But I just wasn't sure if there's like certain thing that you had to do with it to be able to. Hi, Frostbite. How's it going?
Morning, Frostbite.
You see, I love it raw. I could sit there and probably eat a whole salmon that way, but I don't like it cooked.
I've never even thought about that, Tasha. Actually, I always thought you had to cook it, really.
Well, just like beef. Now, you can chemically cook it and lime juice. You slice it super thin like you would for like a steak and cheese sandwich.
Right.
So you just slice it thin like that, and then basically put it in a lime bath and let it sit for so long in the refrigerator. That's how my human biology teacher cooked beef.
Wow.
And she would talk about the craziest stuff in class. It just puzzled me, like some of the things that she talked about. Like she'd say, like, you know, some people, if you like soaked long enough in the hot tub or you passed out from drinking or whatever, she's like, you'd have soup. I'm like, why are you telling people that, or even telling them, you know, oh, you do this and you do that, and it's like, seriously? Not really. So I mean, when I was in that class, I think I was the oldest one in there. The rest were all like freshmen in college. And then I took anatomy and physiology 1, and I had like a lot of girly girls in that class, so we had to dissect eyeballs, and you know, the scalpels they give you to use are not super sharp, and the one girl was, you know, cutting into it because you go through the different layers and stuff, and it ended up squirting her right in the face. I was like dying laughing. I literally almost slid out of my chair onto the floor. And she's like, it's not funny. It's not. Well, from my point of view, it's funny because I told you not to poke it. I said, you got to do it slower. That's what's going to happen. But some of the stuff, you know, in that, I can't remember the stuff to put it in to preserve it so you can do that stuff. But some of it just the smell of that stuff was gross. And then during our final, I had the flu. And I told my teacher, I said, if I hand you my paper and run out, I'm like, don't ask me questions. I said, I didn't want to miss the final, but I put like a bandana across my face because I couldn't handle it. So I'd be in there for like 5-10 minutes and then I'd have to leave.
Mm-hmm.
But just the stuff that you had to do in that. I mean, I got an A in that class, and it was when I went to the urologist, she was talking to me about, the way your kidneys and stuff work like that. I'm like, yeah, I said, I took anatomy and physiology one. I said, so I know what you're talking about. But she was really nice. And I notice sometimes when you go to the doctors, if you say stuff, like that, then they kind of look at you like, well, you're not a doctor. And it's like, well, I may not be a doctor, but I've read a lot of medical stuff, so I pretty much know what you're talking about. But they don't like when you self-diagnose, but normally when I do, I'm normally right. Not all the time. And especially, too, when it came to my kids when they were little. My daughter had croup, and the pediatrician, they're like, yeah, you can bring her into the office. I'll meet you there. And I'm like, well, good, because I really didn't feel like going to the ER. I didn't like having to take my kids to the emergency room, mainly because of like germs.
Mm-hmm.
North Carolina's like a lot differently than up here. I mean, I don't know if they're still the same way, but down there they had a free health clinic where if you needed like immunizations or your kids did, you could go there and it was free. Here, nothing's free.
Huh.
Not even with medical. I can't get comfortable with my head.
I'm gonna send you a PM. You'll see. I'll tell you a little bit about what's happening.
Right.
I don't want to say it publicly.
Oh, you're good.
And she does a technique and kind of like walking on my back. She don't walk, but she kind of manipulates it. Believe it or not. This is what happens to me.
That's why I miss my chiropractor.
Oh yeah, me too. I had a good one years ago.
I love my chiropractor. I told the girl the other day that she needed to go see him because she was trying to find a good chiropractor. And I'm like, well, he's the best one I've ever gone to. I said he's gentle.
I ran out of chiropractors in my state around Atlanta area. I think I mentioned to you I was going and seeing the professor at the Philadelphia College of Medicine. And he was that man was skilled. I'm not kidding you. He would tell me, he says, Elliot, you're rotated in 3 sections of your back. You're low, mid, and between your shoulder blades. He would line me up, and wow, I could feel almost like the blood flowing through my body again. And I'd be so relaxed. And I'd leave out of there, I'd sleep good that night. I typically would last I was in shape back then too. I would last maybe 30 days with not as much problems.
Yeah, mine used the little activator thing. He never would do the pushing on you with his hands or anything. But when I first started seeing him, I was pregnant for my daughter. So they'd have to block you up a certain way because you have to lay on your stomach. And it's kind of hard when you got this big old pregnant belly.
Mm-hmm.
But every time she moved, she'd throw me out. My hips, my knees, my back.
Oh. I used to go to a chiropractor. He retired because he injured both of his wrists. He got out of a boat one weekend and put his hands on a dock and broke both wrists as a chiropractor. He had to sell his entire practice because of his wrist broken. And he used to have those actuators. And I went in there one day. I was having some bad neck pain. So he's got it sitting there, and the door was closed. I actually took it out and found a sore disc in my neck and put it on there and did it, and it knocked the pain out.
Yeah.
Just boom.
Yeah, I like that where they used a little tool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope you catch some, Rich.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Did you get any of that? Did any of that rain come through on you guys, or did it stay north of you? But now the one in North Carolina, she would use the activator, and then the one time I had her do it on the table where they like jack the sections up and then they push down on you. I wouldn't let her do my neck that way because when they go to snap your neck, I can't relax enough, so I'm afraid they're gonna break my neck. But and they had this other cool table that you lay on, and it's like a water bed. And when they turn it on, it's heated, and then you have like these little jets that pop up. They almost feel like little tiny hands, and it like spins all the way down. So that was a pretty cool table, because mine up here, they do the heat, and then the stimulator on the outside, the TENS unit. I mean, of course, now I can't use that on any part of me because of my spinal cord stimulator. But sometimes, like when my neck and my shoulder muscles are sore, I wish that I could use it, because getting your muscles to jump like that, it feels good. And then after you stop, they're so relaxed.
I used to lay on the table back in the 70s. That's when I first heard of it. It's the table where the wheels come up and works its way all the way down the spine. You'll feel the wheels come up and it moves your spine. And it basically flexes. And it basically like wheels rotating. And they'll start, between your shoulder blades, work its way all the way down to your low back. That's helped me. And, Dr. Chiropractor told me one time years ago, he said, if you lay on that table long enough, he said, which I don't have time to do that. He said, I'll put you on it maybe for 10 minutes, He says it will actually put your spine back in place if you do it long enough.
Yeah, that's cool.
Help align it. Align it. Yeah. I wish I had one of those right now.
That's my thing. I can't do any of that stuff with my spine the way that it is.
It got in the 90s, Tasha, where it was harder on me to handle that table, believe it or not. They couldn't do it real strong. I'd have to get them to back off because it would bother me. But then when I was young, oh, yes. It felt good. Hang on, let me go get my coffee. Be right back.
Yeah.
Yeah, there goes my dog yapping. Come in the house. On a lighter note, how's everyone doing this morning? And how's your day? What, anybody got any plans? Anything special?
No, I'm
Getting started here.
gonna hop off soon because the
Hope I don't get
dump
wired.
opens at noon. And I had to load up my truck and take a bunch of stuff out of the garage.
Oh,
and
hang on, didn't even hook my wire up. Stupid me. I got so much to hook up here, Tosh, you wouldn't believe it. On this system.
Well, that's why I like the fact I just turned my laptop on and I ain't got to worry about hooking up anything extra. The only thing I started using from last night's my ring light.
I thought about getting a ring light.
I got it at Walmart. You know, it's just this little thing, but it's got a, you know, the round base. Like that.
Yeah.
And then it's got different light settings, like you can do a low light like that, or you can do like a blue glow. And then of course you can turn it up and down and stuff like that.
Yeah. Sam's Club had one about 12 or 14 inches in a box a few weeks ago. I seen it.
Yeah, we got these on sale because they were, I think they were like $20 some. And then around Christmas time, they had them all marked down. So I had gotten a couple of them. And then Mom got a couple of them. We got one for my cousin Crystal, but I don't even know if she uses it. But then I took my, this is my phone mount for in the car. So when I did my mail call the other day, I popped my phone case off because it won't hold it with the rollers with my case on. And that's what I use to do my mail call video. Because that way I can see when, you know, I started it. The other ones I had Jamie do it. But still, you can't see.
Boy, Rich, you fished late last night, 4 a.m. in the morning. I used to love night fishing back in the day.
See, I haven't done a lot. I mean, we'd go bowhead fishing at night. We'd bring the little Coleman lanterns, but
oh yeah,
I didn't do like a lot of night fishing on the lakes or anything like that. But I'm hoping next summer I would like to go up to Black River to go catfishing. Because that's the closest place to go. But I don't remember what's all in there, so I'm gonna look it up. But that empties or runs into Lake Ontario.
See, Backlash Fisherman is live. It says Jack's in UK is premiering. Big Tiny is live 42 minutes ago. Who else is? We Creation is live. Wow. Quite a few people live. And in your community, there's a lot of lives in the same community. In ours, in our, group's not that large. We typically try to not stream over each other, but it does end up happening.
Well, yeah. I mean, if we all waited to go live just because somebody else is, then we would never go live. So
yeah, my community.
Unless I'm asked for like to go in the giveaway, or if I know that somebody's doing a giveaway, I'll still do my stream, but I'll still be in their live. Good morning, Tony.
Kettle Kitchen.
How you doing this morning, Tony?
Morning to you. Believe it or not, I've been streaming quite a while. I've never did a AM stream. About the earliest I'll do what I call morning coffee stream is about 12 to 2:30 here, Eastern time. I don't usually get out of bed and do live streams.
Yeah.
But I'm just not quite. Once I get awake now, I can get ramped up and I can get to talking. Especially I get my walk out, get out there and walk a while.
Yeah, now in Black River, there's like different sections of it. They got brook trout, brown trout, rainbow trout, chain pickerel. But I know they have catfish in there also.
Good morning, Fat Ninja. Adventures with Jamie's joined us.
Oh, she's been here since the beginning. It's my girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right.
That it would, Fat Ninja, that it would.
I'll remember that next time because your names are similar.
Yep.
Your adventures, your title, I should say, to your channel.
Yeah, no, I was contemplating changing my name, but...
I need a biscuit and some jelly. My roommate, he buys a lot of that microwave stuff, and I've been borrowing it. He'll give me one sometimes in the morning, and he probably wouldn't care if I went and got one, but I got to get to the grocery store and buy a couple of boxes of that. I'm a bachelor, so I don't make homemade biscuits. And going to a biscuit place is what I think Bojangles is $4 for 2 biscuits.
Oh, that's not bad.
Nothing, not bad at all. Heck, coffee costs more probably than the biscuits around here. Hopefully I'm going to get me I'm waiting on Sam's Club. They told me on the phone, customer service did, that they were going to send a commercial bun unit out to the club that I belong to or go to. Still haven't did it.
That's cool.
You know that thing before COVID was in the store was $209, and now it's $291.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, outrageous. Huge price increases. I feel like sometimes I'm living in the twilight zone of the Carter years, but I'm sorry about that. Didn't mean to go political. But,
Now, it says there's 2 lakes close to me that, well, one super close. Oneida Lake's not as close, but there you can fish for, plus Black River Bay, for catfish. Not sure where, I can go for salmon.
I may occasionally say something like that, but I won't get politics into your show. Don't worry.
Oh, they actually got a place that's called the Salmon River that you can go, which they're all stocked. It says Salmon River in Oswego. It's by far the most famous New York stream for Pacific salmon fishing.
Cool. Kettle Kitchen says, AR, are you out of jelly? Now I've got, I buy grape jam from Walmart or Kroger, and I buy peach preserves. Yeah, something I did with my mother and aunt used to do it, buy peach preserves occasionally. When I was a kid, I didn't eat it, and I'll put that on a biscuit. Those two. I got tired of strawberry years ago. I don't do that anymore. And I don't do basically grape jelly. I like the jam. To me, it just tastes better. I love biscuits, but I don't like eating them every single day. I'll end up gaining too much weight. Bread just don't work. I'm allergic to yeast, actually, in the bread. Now, it don't bother me. It just makes me fatigued, Tasha.
Hmm.
It affects me different than some people. My allergies do. That's what I'm saying. It can cause me to have puffy eyes, fatigue, things like that. A lot of people think that when you have allergies, you just break out in hives or have a reaction. Not necessarily. They told me that I have like if I eat a certain food, I can get sinus. I'll get stopped up, which is weird. That's what the doctor told me years ago.
See, I never had that. And all my food allergies that I had would put me in anaphylaxis. When I first found out I had food allergies back in 2008, the hardest one to avoid is soy, because soy is used in pretty much everything as, like a preservative. It's in bread, frozen vegetables. And the hard part was I loved soup, like vegetable beef soup, where I couldn't eat it because of the soy, and the peas, because I used to be allergic to them too, but I'm not allergic to soy, peas, or almonds anymore. So I'm still allergic to or clams. I used to be allergic to those. So the only two I'm still allergic to, as far as I know, is the peanut butter and hazelnut. But when I did my allergy test in 2012, I told them, you're not touching me with anything peanut butter, peanuts. And they're like, well, we use such a minuscule amount. I said, all I got to do is be in a room with like an open jar of peanut butter. Wow. So I'm like, no, you're not touching me with it.
Some things I'm what you call severe allergic to, but I don't have reactions like I told you, like you would. I'll feel fatigue. When I first went to the doctor in 1990, after they did all the tests, they had to make me 2 vials. I had so many allergies. And every 2 weeks, they gave me the needles.
Yeah.
First, they said, we're going to show you how to do it and see if you do it. I did it on the first try. I went pop in my shoulder, and he goes, okay, you're good. Every 2 weeks, I'd do 1 vial in the left arm and 1 vial in the right arm.
Yeah, I got where it go when I was a kid to get allergy shots. I got them a couple of times because I'm also allergic to weird stuff like feathers and cats, dogs. Oh, okay. But like our dogs, like Baby, she's got like actual like hair, and then Remy is short hair. But if I'm like around like huskies or something that has the thicker coat, then I'll get hives. But and yes, I have cats and dogs, but I don't think I'm really allergic to them anymore.
When I first went to this allergy doctor here in Atlanta, he put me on told me not to eat anything I was allergic to. He put me on some yeast capsules too, and I lost 10 pounds in probably 2 to 3 weeks. My energy level went sky high, the fatigue went away, and I felt better.
Well, that's good.
And he told me to rotate. He said, rotate your foods that you have allergies to. I was allergic to strawberries, tea, nicotine, some things mild, some things moderate, some things severe. What else? Onion, mayonnaise, which because it had eggs in it. Shrimp, which I eat. And a bunch of stuff. I mean, I had a bunch of allergies. House dust, which is dust mites. Apparently ragweed, because every time this time of year I end up, apparently can't talk. Good. And, I haven't had it hit me quite this hard this time of year. It didn't do like this. I don't remember last year where my voice got to sounding crazy.
Yeah. I hated the food allergies because I didn't know what was going on. I would always eat fast breaks because I didn't always have money to get like an actual meal, so I would eat the Reese's fast break. And then the soy is the one that was hard, and
Mm-hmm.
I was like having like allergic react, like anaphylaxis almost like every single day.
Wow.
And I'd have to go to the hospital, and they would give me like, hook me up to 2 different bags of stuff to
Mm-hmm.
even get my face to go down, because my whole face would be so swollen that I could barely see. And then it would
Mm-hmm.
start closing my throat.
Yeah, I've
What's
heard of
up,
people.
Nitro?
Howdy, Nitro. Love that video and that RC you had out there running. That was cool. I'd like to have me a drone eventually.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Mm-hmm. I want it for preparedness too, Tasha, you all. I want to be able to take it up high and be able to see my local. We have a National Guard armory here, not far from me, a few minutes. And I'd like to be able to, in case, who knows, martial law, whatever, I'd like to be able to see it happening. So I can bug out and get the crap out of here. My daughter went there one time. I don't know exactly where it is. I just know it's in town. My daughter, during a hurricane or tornado, I think it was. I called and she was there. I said, I'm just going to sit here in the house and ride it out.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be going anywhere.
Mm-mm. I did have a bug out bag packed in my truck, and my lab was still young, and me and him were ready to leave if we had to, though.
Yeah.
I put everything in the vehicle. The fire stuff, the gun stuff, the water, snacks.
Good morning, John Paul. How's it going?
Good morning, John. John Paul. He does a lot of streams. I see him on quite a bit. When I first started doing it, I thought it was cool as all get out, man. I love to come up with some ideas for stream. I had like to call open, kind of like open panel,
Yeah.
I've had streams where it was about the side chat. I've actually made, like the side chat would be discussing something, and I would turn that discussion into a whole show.
Well, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can
most
do
time
that.
I have an open panel, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I have had, and I got where I've got more cautious about it, as time went on because of issues.
No, my biggest thing is, you got to pay attention to who's in the basement when they're trying to come up.
Yeah.
Because typically, if I've never seen them anywhere,
mm-hmm.
then I won't let them up.
Yeah. Now, I'll tell you, remember I mentioned about how I have a lot of emails in my community?
Yeah.
Now, how I got those emails, believe it or not, I just started telling everybody in the side chat, hey, I've got an address book I'm building to give you notifications, and you wouldn't believe maybe 50 people gave me their email, maybe 100. I mean, it was just a ton of them. And I got it stored in an address book on Google. And, some of them would give me guidance, like, don't give this email out to anyone. Don't give my phone number, AR, out to anyone. I said, no, you're good with me. I won't do it. And, I built me a good bunch of emails. Now, when you do that, you can start saying, like during the live stream, you can just say, somebody in the side chat will say, let me on the panel, and I'll go invite, and I'll send them, I'll say, hang on, I'm going to send you an email link right quick. And I'd send them an email and they'd get on the panel. I just like controlling it better because I've seen shows where a panel member would turn it into a dumpster fire.
Well, that's why I kicked them from studio, or I'll ban them.
Yeah.
If you want to come up and start acting like an a-hole, then you're gone. So I'm not going to deal with it. And Tony, that's why I always make everybody show their face backstage. And if they won't show me like their face, and if they show something derogatory, they're just going to get banned.
Mm-hmm. I've had a few exciting panel guests over the years, and they would kind of be wound, I guess, on coffee, who knows, and they'd get in there and they would talk, and nobody in the panel could talk for like 20, 30 minutes. and I'd go. I'd occasionally kind of interrupt and try to change the subject or kind of guide
Yeah.
the chat a little bit and control it somewhat. But that just happens. That's just the nature of it, you know.
Oh yeah, well, like I told you, if I got a bunch of people on panel and you guys happen to be talking about a subject, you know, too, that I find interesting, then I'll just listen, you know, and then I'll, you know, be more interactive with the chat. So that part doesn't bother me. The only thing that bothers me is when people come up and they want to channel bash or you know, have something negative to say about somebody else.
I don't put up
you know, if I have something to say, I'll just say it, but I'm not gonna call names out, or and if I am talking about somebody, normally it's not in a negative way.
Kettle Kitchen, I've been on YouTube since it started. I had an old channel. I probably, oh God, I'm trying to think, maybe 2011 or 10, I started a channel. And maybe 12, I can't remember. And it got deleted. And I was grandfathered into streaming. I was grandfathered into URL, everything. I mean, I would have a community tab now if I had my old channel. And even though I didn't have a ton of subscribers. And I lost it and had to start over last year, believe it or not. I think it was last year. And had to rebuild it. I did have all my videos, luckily, stored on a hard drive. So I haven't even... Go ahead.
No, I said that's good that you have everything stored.
I haven't even uploaded some of those videos yet. I still got them, and they were on the old channel. I just haven't got around to uploading them to the new channel.
Yeah.
I want to do more content. I want to edit more and really try to make some interesting stuff. I worked on transitions a few months ago here. And I did actually my first transitions on the little short, actually just highlighting my Dylan 650. I kind of took the camera and walked around it, you know, showing it. And then I put it down there and I put little transitions in between the scenes of it. So that was my first attempt at transitions. I would like to do some good content, especially in reloading. And I can cover, believe it or not, in reloading, anything you can imagine you can discuss, because you got experienced reloaders you can talk to. You got beginners that don't know nothing, so you can explain things. Everybody reloads different. There's different ways. It's a guy I know says nothing's concrete in reloading. We all do it a little bit different. You know?
Yeah.
And,
well, yeah, everybody has their own system.
I tend to do it where it's efficient, though, my system. I'm going to get a wagon. I'm not a wagon, but a cart here. And I'm going to take all this stuff, because I got them on shelves. Sometimes I put them on the dryer. Prep brass, you know, ready to do at certain stages where I got it labeled. I want to be able to get a cart, like say put the, on the bottom, put the completely processed brass, and then on top put the finished brass or whatever stage I'm at, you know, on the, say, second shelf or so.
Yeah.
So I'm going to buy a cart.
Crisis? How's it going?
How do you pronounce that name?
Crisis. Crisis.
Oh. Okay. Nice to meet you. Some of those names,
Well, I asked her one night because I'm like, I'm just going to call you X.
I'll do something like that sometime. Go.
And then he's like, Crisis, because that's a video game. So it's like, Crisis, like the game. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I try to do Crisis, but sometimes I'll just say, you know, X, but.
That's the way I do. I use short, I got a few guys, you know, in my chat, I call one like half his name, HIPAA. A few others, I'll do a shortcut version of their name, like that.
Yeah, I do the same thing if their name's super long.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I might just use, like, the first letter of their channel name, like if it's BMC, like, Black Money Corp, or BMC, or, whatever.
Right.
But we're going to shut it down when we hit the 2-hour mark, so we got about another 5 minutes. Then I got to run over to the dump and do a couple other things. And
sorry, guys, about the avatar. I was just kind of leaning over the bench, relaxing.
Coffee.
30th like. Got 30 likes, Tasha.
Yeah, I just seen that. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Morning shows do pretty good as far as likes normally.
Mm-hmm.
Well, night does too.
I think I still got you paused. Oh, now I do. Yeah, you sure do. It shows you got 8 watching. It shows a lot of people dropped during the stream, dropped by.
Yeah.
A little bit. Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that's what I like, too. So everybody that comes in, and sometimes a little bit different when I do the mornings than it is when I do the truck stop at night.
Yeah. Just gonna sit around, watch a little TV, maybe come in here and mess on the bench. Depends on how I feel. I may just sit back there and watch YouTube a while.
Nothing wrong with that.
I just texted my daughter, told her I got to get out to her house tomorrow. I mean, definitely. Well, she didn't respond. It's somebody else. Oh, a sale at Optics Planet notified me. Oh, well. I am signed up to every ammo company, every firearms website you can imagine. They give me alerts constantly or show up in my email. I follow sales a lot and stuff. I typically won't buy nothing in reloading unless it's on sale.
Yeah. Have a great day, Tony.
Yeah, you have a good day, Tony. Nice meeting you.
But yeah, I mean, I like it. And then plus when you go to other people's lives, then you meet other people. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And two, my whole thing is, if you like a channel, subscribe and ring the bell. I mean, if you go over there and it's not super content that you watch, then,
Yeah, I ring the bell a lot. Boy, I get a lot of notifications. Especially channels I've just recently subbed to. So I'll kind of have to scroll through them now.
Yeah, I do that too. I'll go in and throughout the day and watch this, and there's a bunch of people live, then I'll go in there.
Yeah, me too. Gives me something to do. I get tired of watching YouTube.
Yeah, unless I got a bunch of stuff to do outside, I just go here and there. But all right, guys, I'm going to shut this down so I can go out and do what I got to do, and I will catch you guys tonight. I'll be live again at 9:30 tonight.
Well, thanks for having me on, Tasha. Good to see you all on the side chat. Hope you all have a good day. Yeah, thank you.
All right, we'll catch you later.
All right. Bye, y'all. Have a good evening.
Hey guys, great for Emma Freelance.
I won't know what it showed, if anything, until
we are going to be Great Farmer Grill.
Go back to the cardiologist.
Okay guys, we're
I'm kind of hoping.
hey guys, great for Emma Freelance.
I won't know what it showed, if anything, until
we are going to be Great Farmer Grill.
Go back to the cardiologist.
She wasn't home, so she passed away.